violent night across the area.
A harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us.
It started here in Metro Atlanta. A white gunman was charged with killing 8 people in 3 separate spas. 6 of the victims were Asian women.
Xenophobia, misogyny, gender-based violence.
It started here, and it sparked a movement here. Across the nation, memorials, rallies, vigils, communities came together to remember the lives lost and to fight against a spike in Asian hate crimes during COVID-19.
I am Korean and American. Yes! 2 beautiful cultures.
More recently, physical and verbal attacks against Asian Americans have spiked due to the false belief that Asian people are to blame for the spread of the coronavirus.
China virus.
It even triggered new language around the virus.
Kung flu.
But amid all the fear, devastation, and trauma, growing awareness around hate crimes gave people a voice they never thought they could use until now.
We need to break the barriers, break the silos of all our cultures, and we need to come together. Communities of color need to come together and rise up against the hate.
AAPI organizations have also been at work to stand with Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
So we went from like a local vigil, and then it suddenly became like a nationwide vigil. And within a matter of days, it turned into a global vigil.
And there's been a movement to the national level to curb anti-Asian violence. Last month, the Senate overwhelmingly passed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, which would establish a process for hate crimes against Asian Americans to be investigated and documented by state and federal law enforcement officials while raising awareness for those crimes.
Passing this bill, the Senate makes it very clear that hate and discrimination against any group has no place in America. Bigotry against one is bigotry against all.
Stop Asian hate!
Still, people say they want to see more change. That can be anything from more education.
We have to be open about learning and also unlearning as well, because white supremacy has seeded into not only our community, but also BIPOC communities.
To smaller actions you can do on a daily basis, according to the organization called Stop AAPI Hate. That includes making donations to organizations that are actively fighting anti-AAPI discrimination, as well as supporting local Asian or Pacific Islander-owned businesses. And most of all, recognizing the good that's happening in the community as well.
We don't want to be just defined by our trauma, but we want to also celebrate like Asian joy.
Action doesn't stop here. There's a lot more to be done, but this
Unity now, it's not too late.
marks a step in the right direction.
Seeing all of us today, all together, in solidarity against anti-Asian hate crimes, against anti-Blackness, against white supremacy, against all of these systems of oppression, all together united against it. This is beautiful.